Hello. Oh, I was gonna go grab a beer too. Hey. Okay.
89.
Oh, thank you. Have a good one.
Good night.
Good night. Yeah. I know some people are like, you could be successful, man, if you just had a car. It's like, a car is like, it always breaks down, it always fucks up. It's like you always gotta get the oil changed. It's like a pain in the ass. You could crash it, it could break down. It's a bummer. It's kind of a drag. You know what I mean? So yeah. Okay, so I mean, if you're walking, man, like what's gonna happen? Your heart's gonna break down, your legs are gonna break down. No, I mean, eventually, if you have a car, some shit is always going wrong with it, though. I'm back. Whew. Oh no. Ooh, I love you too. You're my mama Lou. Oh good. Yeah. So vehicular transport's overrated. There's always something going wrong with that form of transportation. Always the tires breaking. The tires always blowing up. The carburetor's always exploding. The fucking transmission's always blowing out. The fucking engine's always fucking up. The fucking all that. Why would you want to be stressing about that shit and the repair bills all the time? She's like, well, if you don't drive, you never get to see life, and well, you never get to a good job, and blah blah blah. Well, quid pro quo, this for that. Yeah. Oh. Ooh. Nice. So tonight the jackpot drawing for Texas Two Step is $625,000. Mega Millions tomorrow is $175 million. Now I can get some transport for that. No, I mean, if I went back into transportation again, which, I'm going to get back into it. It's just, some childhood trauma and stuff with transportation. I was thinking about getting back into, like motorcycles or something like that. Yeah, gets some free wheels, Get into some hovercraft, get into some paramotors, get into some individual type transportation. Get into some kind of Iron Man shit, kind of reflect my personality. My personality is very individual. It's not like a follower. It's like I'm my own force in the universe. I don't want to be defined by what society wants to define me by. I never really have. It's just now I'm just brave and I'm old enough to admit it. So I don't like being defined by rules or conventions or any bullshit like that. So when I do go back into transportation, it's going to be unconventional. Transportation. It's going to be cutting edge. It's going to be state of the art. It's going to be ahead of its time. So I will get back into it. I will. I will get back into it, and I'll get back with you on that. So. Whew. Just more interested in the Matrix right now. The code patterns, the code levels, the designs. Just kind of interested in the structure. So I'll get back to the infrastructure after I address the structure. So we'll have to do it, step by step, like calculus, mathematics, or something. So we'll get back to that. Don't worry, just doing my art thing right now. We'll get back to our engineering thing shortly. And art. Is there anything different between math and art, or art and engineering? Well, is there anything difference between science and God? Well, there's not really. It's just people kind of interpret. People try to make a side to it, right? So it's not really. It's all one and the same thing. So science is a religion, and religion is a science. So there you go. Boom! I solved it. Oh, click. Not a big deal. It was all sides of the same coin, or the same paradigm, or the same geometrical.
Is somebody at the door?
Is there somebody at the door?
I don't know. Don't
What do you
answer
mean?
it. Don't answer it.
What? I didn't do anything. No. Oh, I said boom. I said boom. What was that? What? Is there somebody at the door?
I don't know. Turn off the fucking lights so I can see outside.
All right.
Or I'll go out and sneak.
Okay.
I don't understand. Did you drop
I
something?
went boom.
No.
I mean, I made a noise. No, I didn't drop it.
Did you make something?
I went boom, a booyah or some shit. I don't know what it was. What's that? Somebody in the casa, dog, or what? Somebody up in the casa? I did say booyah. I did say boom. I did say boom or something like that. I mean, but that's enough to set the dogs off. Somebody came up, rolled up to the dowo. Well, I wouldn't trust opening the dowo these days. You might be knocking on heaven's door. Oh. On the door. No, it was Bob. Was it Bob Marley? That was I'm sorry. It was Bob Dylan. That was the first one. Knocking on heaven's door. Oh. Remember the chords for it? Of course you do. Is it? Hey. Take this badge away from me. I can't wear it anymore. It's getting too blind, too hard to see. Must be knocking on heaven's door. Hey. Knocking on heaven's door. Sheriff, take the badge away from me. I can't wear it anymore. Going blind, too hard to see. So I'm knocking on heaven's door. Hey. So Bob Dylan wrote that one first. Yeah, I know they had the video, right? Where he's like, well, I sold my soul to the big chief. And the older black man, he's like, what do you mean you sold your soul to who? You know, the big chief, you know, the devil, Satan, Lucifer, to get famous and to get rich. And he was like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty fucked up interview, huh? Was he just trolling or was it... Who knows? The scary part is he probably wasn't trolling, right? I mean, Bob Dylan's voice is like... It's not exactly heavenly, right? Must have sold his soul to Satan. No, his songs are good, too. So... So it was Bob Dylan first. Did Eric Clapton? Did he cover it? And then, but the Guns N' Roses, obviously, the Axl Rose, probably the funniest because he's like, knocking on heaven's door. Wow. He always does like extra syllables to shit. On the door. The door. That's deep. You know what I mean? The door. Man, when you're opening up the door. Those extra syllables, I love that. Yeah. Say what you will about Axl Rose's singing style, but yeah, it's not a door, it's a dowo. Definitely. Yeah. He was kind of onto something, I think. Yeah, the steel reservists, the reservists are back. Yo, is someone here?
No, I think
Oh.
I think you made a noise or something and it made her jump up and
Yeah,
bark at the
I think I went boom or something.
No, I think maybe, I don't know. Something made a noise.
I think I went booyah or some shit.
You want to hand me the trash?
Oh yeah, thanks. Thank you so much. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
I didn't mean to make
That
that.
scared me. Don't be.
Yeah, sorry about that. My apologies. Apologies. My friend really liked my pun, Genghis Blonde. And he goes, can I have the rights to your pun, Genghis Blonde? And so I put it in writing. I said, yeah, I have Genghis Blonde. So the Genghis Khan. What's the only one that kind of made me mad? I guess in the English puniverse, the puniverse. It was, I think, I was telling Eric about, anthropologies, no apologies. And then one day I'm going to the mall. I'm going to Woodlands Mall, and I see there's a company called Anthropology. Fuck. They stole my idea, man. Oh, what would really piss me off is if my friend would have cashed in and he'd be a multi-millionaire and he's like, has Genghis Blonde fucking enterprises or something. I'd be like, shit. I know there was some confusion in the West. Usually, if we're going to study, if anybody gives a shit about studying Chinese history, or just because you have to because it's the Silk Road or East meets West or something like that, or World War II or whatever the history is. So just because you have to know it, because they teach you in world history or they teach you that in American history or whatever. So if you're forced to learn Chinese dynasties and Chinese civilization, unless you're just curious about it, obviously. So there's like the Han Dynasty and the Ming Dynasty and all this stuff. The Silk Road, all that stuff. Ancient Chinese civilization before Mao Zedong and the Chinese Communist, right? The Chinese civilization that built the Great Wall of China, the brilliant Chinese civilization before communism, imperial China, as you call it, the dynastic part, the old China and the Chinese people, the glorious China, right? The China that most of the world respects. Not this China, not this bastard China, not this evil China, not this horrid China that we have to deal with today. The Chinese Communists and Mao Zedong, not the People's Republic of China, the Chinese Communist Party, not this evil entity here, but the ancient Chinese, right? The great Chinese, the terracotta and the Great Wall and everything. Not this shit we have to deal with today. That's making the Chinese plague, the COVID-19, making us sick with these viral plague weapons that are obviously man-made. So, in Wuhan Virology Institute. I'm talking about the glorious China, not this one that wants to kill us through plague and shit. I'm talking about the legendary China, the original free Chinese, right? The great China. Did you forgot your train of thought? I guess I did. legendary China. Kung Fu, martial arts, ramen noodles, silk, porcelain, tea, Shih Tzus, Tibet, Hong Kong, the glories, before it became this evil entity, enslaved by communist totalitarianism. Because the only good communist is a dead one, like Mao Zedong. That's the only good communist there is, a dead one. So the meme is, it has Mao Zedong in his burial glass, his burial chamber, and the caption reads, Mao Zedong is being a good communist because the only good communist is a dead one. Thank you, Elon Musk. Thank you, Twitter X, for that. That's true. Now, some people think you have to journey around the world to know about the world. I mean, I guess it provides context, real life interaction. But you could also learn about the world from a book or from a movie or from an encyclopedia as well, or the internet or whatever. So there's different ways to learn about the world besides traveling, being in the field itself. And of course, that is obviously going to help, in a real world, raw sense. However, I don't think it's necessary to understand what the planet Earth and its people are, what we are, what it is. So, they made a movie like that, right? Like, they made many movies, Tarzan or... Well, no, actually, what was the scariest one I ever heard of? It was, they had a boy that was abused, and the boy was locked in the bathroom while he was growing up. He wasn't discovered until he was 9 or 10. How did he survive? He used the water out of the faucet, and he ate roaches. He ate insects and shit. And he survived for years and years, malnourished like that. He didn't know how to speak. He just was like a caveman. He was in his primal form. And it's a really sad story. It's the saddest story. It's one of the saddest. I've heard a lot of sad stories of abuse of children, but this one was really awful, on a real awful level. And that this kid was locked in the bathroom for years, isolated in the bathroom, growing up like that. No context, no language, no community with his people, no shared values or essence or anything, nothing, no culture, no language, no art, no conversation, nothing. Yeah. Just accept what he could survive in that horrid environment. So maybe it was a few years. Maybe it wasn't as dramatic as 10, but he survived. Eating, I guess, rats and roaches and spiders and shit. When the authorities found this poor kid, he didn't know what the fuck was going on. Sadly. Hopefully he's well integrated today. Yeah, that's a lot of trauma to get over. Some people got a little trauma. This guy's got a shitload of trauma, right? Yeah, that's a lot to give it. That's going from a caveman and a savage survivor, a feral kid, to a well-adjusted, adult is quite the journey, I'd say. Yeah, they send these flyers year after year. They had this Houston, is it the Alley Theater or something? It's like Shin Yun, China before communism, and they had the Chinese China before communism thing. Yeah, Shin Yun, China before communism. The possibilities of China without communism. The possibilities of China if it wasn't controlled. Can you imagine the possibilities of the Russians or the Chinese if they weren't controlled by the state? If they were allowed to flourish, if they were allowed to think, if they were allowed to speak, if they were allowed to have original ideas. Can you imagine what a world it would be? Yeah, it's never going to happen, at least unless there's a total revolution from the youth in China. Or in, we're coming to the days where language won't matter, will it? The Tower of Babel will be defeated because of translation. Yeah. But can all languages translate equally? There's particular nuances between languages that are, I'm not saying they're insurmountable challenges. I think languages have particular similar roots. So the Tower of Babel is about to disappear. So how many new rebellions are there going to be in the world just because English can be translated into Chinese or Chinese can be translated into English instantaneously? Imagine a world where Russians can understand Chinese instantaneously. Americans can understand Russian instantaneously through the AI and other technologies, like the Universal Translator, like from Star Trek. So the Tower of Babel is about to disappear. Yeah, I've heard about dating, and they're doing the translation through Bluetooth or whatever in the app where you can talk to different people from different countries and you just have to select it. That's very much like Star Trek's Universal Translator. So what happens in a world where everybody can freely communicate and language isn't a barrier anymore? What kind of values will emerge in that kind of world where communication is unhindered, uncensored, unchained? What kind of world will it be then? It's upon us now. It will just, how many more revolutions will happen in the world? How many more rebellions will happen because people will be able to coordinate against the hierarchy of the system? Will the Chinese rebel against communism? Will the Russians rebel against totalitarianism and communism? Yeah, that's an interesting world, right? Where everybody can understand each other. And not just clear English, but in all languages translated. The Tower of Babel from the Bible is no more. It doesn't exist. As long as you got the right technology to understand, to unlock the secrets of communication. My friend from China or Hong Kong doesn't have to speak English. They could just be translated from his Chinese into English that I can understand. And then when I speak English, it's translated back into Han Chinese or Cantonese or whatever he speaks. I guess it's called Han Chinese, right? Yeah. Han Chinese. That's what they call it. Normally those characters would be quite difficult. But with a translator, not so much. Electronic
sonic communication over the airwaves, beamed in, beamed out, transferred out, all these fucking ideas. Look at it. The possibilities are perhaps endless. What could be done? What good could be done, actually? What amazing things could be done for the cause of liberty and freedom? But probably the controllers and the communists and the totalitarians and the leftists don't want that, do they? They don't want freedom for man. They don't want freedom for mankind. They want a cold slavery in which there's no escape. Can you see colors? No. The greater question is, can you hear colors? Can you hear sight? Here's the real question. Can you hear vision? I think for now, as we ponder these deep questions of existence and technology and the coming resistance, also, we must fathom that I have to take a shit. I gotta take a shit. Gotta take a shit. Poo poo from ass. Alright, so we can go take a shit. We'll get back to the deepest questions of the universe coming up next after I take a shit. Well, I'll take it on the voyage of the shit. And in that regard, we take the voyage of the shit. And yeah, I mean, people were alarmed about the Chinese Communist Party. We still should be, as they sent a plague to kill us all. That should be alarming to everybody in the West or the world or all of America. They sent a plague to kill us, to infect us with the Chinese Communist COVID-19 coronavirus from Wuhan Virology Institute in Wuhan, China. Yeah, we should be really worried about them, that they want to kill us and take over the world. That's a problem, obviously. But the ancient Chinese were not controlled except just the emperor. Now, but that wasn't a central government back then. Not really. Could barely maintain control back in the dynasty days. Han and Ming and so on. Now, they're all controlled like little robot insect slaves. They don't have any original individual autonomy anymore. They can't even think a thought. They probably can't even take a shit without advising Xi Jinping over there. I mean, it's awful. I mean, they can't even do jack all without getting permission from their government. What the fuck kind of shit is that? You think that shit's gonna last? No. Do you think a civilization is gonna last where somebody's got to ask their leaders to take a shit before they can fucking do it? No, it's not gonna last. In fact, they're so pathetic, they're so behind in innovation that they have to steal Western freedom and innovation. Even Vladimir Putin said it himself. He said, well, is there anything I admire about the West? It's their freedom of innovation. Well, they could have it if they killed Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping. They could have innovation in Russia and China in a second. They could have freedom in a second. So they constantly do industrial technological espionage against the United States and Western allies. They don't have the freedom to discuss ideas over there. It's got to go from the bottom to the top. There ain't no other routes. Ain't no other avenues of discussion over there. They're fucked. They're locked in. There's no escape for them. They don't have a mental escape. They don't have a physical escape. They don't have any world support. They're fucked. If they thought they were like, oh, we're Chinese and Russian and North Korea and Iran, oh, and India, ooh. Yeah. They were flexing muscles they really don't have. Because if it wasn't for the West, they wouldn't be jack motherfucking shit. All, and they know it. That's why they got to get out there and dance. All those aircraft carrier designs, they stole it from the USA. All those fucking new designs of drones, they stole it from the US. All those fucking submarines, they stole it from the atomic bombs, stole it from the US. All the advanced technology. Guess what? Stole it from the West to the US. Because guess what, baby? The West is the best, baby, and always will. Bring it on. You robot Han fucking totalitarian motherfuckers. You're not going to win this war unless you steal every goddamn thing. You're not going to win this. There's no way you win. There is no way communism wins against free market capitalism and free people. There's no way you're going to win this shit. No way in hell. So bring it the fuck on. Because we're fucking on. All right. Let's take it down. Yeah. Oh, what happened? What went down? Too late, what? Oh, did she mess up? She needs what? I'm not taking it out right now. It's like 1,000. Mom, we already ran all day. Dude. Oh, all right, we're gonna rip a dump right here. All right, so operation of ripping the shit. Here we are. All right, pull down the pants. All right, y'all with me? All right, if y'all need to practice, take a shit. Here we go. What? What's funny? What? Oh, yeah. Bella? Yeah, I'm taking it. Dropping the disump down. All right, so then pull down your pants and then let it go. Just let it go. That's drop that Iranian bomb on them. You know what I'm saying? Drop it down like you're taking care of the Iran nuclear program, dog. All right, so drop it down. Drop it down like you're dropping the Houthis. All right, let it drop. All right. Get those B-2 bombers out, guys. And assassinate the Iranian nuclear program, bro. All right, I think we blew it up, guys. All right, good. Whew. Well, get your stealth bombers out there. All right, ready to leave Iran. Let's go.
Get the B2s out. Get the B17s or whatever. B22s. Rock on. Get the Raptors. Ugh. Alright. Alright, we defeated Iran. Alright, we're good. Whew. Alright, we defeated the Middle Sheets. The Middle Sheets. Alright, there we go. If you have trouble taking a shit, just do the Hegseth when you're dropping bombs. Get your head, the Secretary of Defense, the Secretary of shit things or something. Alright, let's go. Because one thing the Chinese will never be able to stop is USB port technology right here. The CCP cannot compete with the USB here. Ooh. Man, ain't even ready for these. The Universal Serial Bus Port. Told you I got the latest tech, y'all. Yeah, that's Pentagon shit. It's IBM shit. Yeah. We got the Pentagon, the latest IBM Pentagon stuff going down. Some of this shit, some USB is from UAPs. So, yeah. Some of this shit, I don't even know where it comes from. You know what I'm saying? Shh. Don't tell. I might get put in prison for talking about the USB. That's kind of unofficial tech. Yeah. Oh, shit.
But he developed shingles after he had both the shingles vaccinations like I did.
Oh, no.
So he got off that one,
Desmavir.
whatever.
Desmavir.
Cyclovir.
Cyclovir, yeah.
They fight off the infection. And, it went, he got little blisters on his foot. And if you had chickenpox, you could get, shingles. If you stay dormant and after 50, reactivate. But anyway, he got a few blisters on his foot and his ankle. And then this horrible pain went up his leg and up into his hip.
Oh, no.
And, when he first got it, he wasn't sure what was wrong.
Yeah.
But the pain was excruciating.
Oh, God. So you got a shingle shot?
Yeah, it was
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad. Yeah, me too. Oh, you didn't get chicken box? Oh, yeah. To get Pringles done. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, sorry about that. Here's what's really important. Get the hat. What's going on? Yeah. Yeah. Got the beer. Got the cocktail. It's time to tell a rocktail down. Get it down. Yeah. What would Kamala Harris' presidency be like? Imagine the Kamala speeches. We need a peace for the peaceful peaceations of the peaceful. I didn't know a woman could get that far sucking dick. That's really crazy. I knew that women could get a little far sucking dick, but that was pretty wild. How far she got sucking dick, sleeping with dudes. Wow, she got almost to the presidency. Sucking dick, sleeping with dudes. Oh my God. Was she bad looking? Kamala Harris? Is she a high yellow? Is she a mulatto or something? Or a gelato? Or I don't know, man. She's kind of like, she's almost Tina Turner hot. She just has bigger boobies, bigger ass and shit. She's kind of like, I want to say she's like Tina Turner, except with no communication skills and no oration skills and like no mental skills. Yeah. So Kamala Harris is like Tina Turner, like her color, like the mocha color and everything, like that kind of like half white, half like kind of high yellow kind of thing. Except Tina Turner's articulate and intelligent and well spoken, and she can form thoughts and all that stuff. And Kamala Harris couldn't do any of that. So yeah. Kamala Harris, I think, was just sleeping with Willie Brown in California, just licking dudes in power, their balls and their nuts and stuff, and just moving up the system in California. Until eventually she landed into, Joe Biden's DEI pick. So she almost slept her way to the entire top of tops, though. She almost got there. I mean, is that a bad strategy for women? Sleep yourself to the top? I don't know if it works as well as it used to. Maybe, that's more of an old school thing. But, man, she did it well. Kamala Harris. She was almost there. She was almost there.
what was the drawback of Kamala Harris? Is it that she was not good looking? Wasn't that she was a good caramel looking babe? No, it wasn't that. It was that she just couldn't fucking string a few sentences together. That was the big fucking problem. Yeah, that's a big fucking problem. You can't write a speech. Just a simple speech, dude. You're able to get some words into a sentence to make sense to people. And you string those words together so that a whole bunch of people, they say, oh man, I might vote for that woman or that guy. She just could not ever fucking do that. I mean, to save her life, she could not. I mean, this chick was a fucking lawyer? Are you serious? I can imagine if she was one of Hugh Hefner's bitches, she was the caramel chick with the exotic tits or something, with a nice bush with the butt cheeks, back in the day at the Playboy Mansion. I just can't imagine this chick being a fucking lawyer and passing the bar exam or any of that. I mean, most of America just can't even, unless she passed the bar exam and then she started smoking weed every day or something. I mean, it's like, what the fuck? I mean, Kamala Harris was attractive probably back in her day. Kind of like this exotic, kind of fucking exotic chick with some nice boobs and fucking kind of caramelish brown. I mean, it's kind of exciting, but nice ass and everything. Am I excited by caramel women? Caramel, that's a flavor right there. There's a lot of different shades and flavors though out there, so I'm excited. The dick is excited by a lot of shit, so the penis really is not a discriminatory. The penis kind of has a mind of its own. You know what I mean? It kind of has the penis, the phallus. It kind of is like, hey, it's kind of like, I'm not racist. It's just like, like, oh, like the penis is like going to Baskin Robbins. You got 31 flavors in the ice cream. It's like, well, there's beige and there's chocolate and there's mocha and there's caramel and there's yellow and there's white and there's vanilla and there's fucking, the penis is like, hey, I'm at the fucking ice cream shop, It's like, it doesn't give a fuck, really. Where it, scoops up the ice cream in the Baskin Robbins shop. I mean, the penis, it doesn't really, the penis only has one goal, right? To shoot sperm into the vagina. It doesn't give a fuck, really. It doesn't think. The penis doesn't think. It just wants to fuck, right? So that's what it wants. That's what it was designed to do. It was designed to reproduce the human race. That's it. That's all. Well, this is the purpose of it. All right. So my friend said he wanted to copyright Genghis Khan. I'm sorry, Genghis Blonde. He thought that was so funny. I made up Genghis Blonde. And so Genghis Khan or Genghis Khan was this warlord from Mongolia that invaded China, but he fucked tons of women. He fucked more women than fucking Gene Simmons did ever. He's the most prolific motherfucker, right? I mean, in terms of history, maybe there's Alexander the Great, maybe there's other people who fucked a lot of chicks and impregnate a lot of women, a lot of fine women. But Genghis Khan, as he was once known, he fucked at least, what is it? Is it like 80% of Chinese people are related to Genghis Khan, the Mongolian invader? Yeah. So was it 80%? It was a large percentage, right? That are genetically related to Genghis Khan, the warlord's DNA, Genghis Khan. So at first, the West thought that his name was Genghis Khan. So they kept saying, oh, it's Genghis Khan, this Mongolian warlord who invaded China back in the ancient days. And then, strangely enough, about a few years ago, on archaeological channels, they said, no, his name wasn't Genghis, it was Chinggis. Then they changed it to Chinggis. They said it was a mistranslation or something like that, that we had it all wrong. What his name, Chinggis, Genghis, good, bad, I'm the guy with the gun. You know, it was kind of like tomato, vibrato, gelato, I don't give a fuck. But, you know, to some people, they did give a fuck, you know, a little bit. Because it was, you know, was it Genghis or was it Chinggis? So maybe my friend's plot for global business empire maybe took a hit. He wanted it to be Genghis Blonde, which sounds cool. Yeah, I signed away the rights to him. You know, if he had made $1 billion, maybe I would have regretted it, especially if he didn't give me shit, or give me any credit. Yeah, that would suck, right? Like if you helped invent Microsoft Windows and then fucking Bill Gates, this computer nerd, took all your shit. You're like Gary Kildall or something. Just got fucked over. Winklevoss twins or fucking Eduardo Saverin. Yeah. It's gotta suck getting fucked over by people. Yeah. It's a dog eat dog world, isn't it? Yeah. I think maybe that's a lot of creative types like me that don't understand the business, like the raw. Like I think yeah. I think a lot of creative types like me who just invent stuff out of thin air, they think, oh man, there's no proprietorial, you know, business interest in that. Like we do it because we love to do it. We invent stuff because it's fun. And the business world and the proprietary world is like, no, it's not fun. It's a game. It's a game to win, and it's proprietorial, and it's something that we want to own. And I think that's the divide. So it's like the artist or the scientist or the inventor is always trying to, you know, create something new. And then the business world, the world wants to suck off it like a fucking leech. And they want to fucking distort it, what it's supposed to be. Like Albert Einstein never wanted E equals MC squared to be used for fucking atomic weapons. And what did the fucking world do? They made fucking atomic weapons that killed thousands of people. And it could kill thousands of millions more today. Albert Einstein never wanted that. From his equation, energy equals mass times the constant squared the speed of light. 186,000 meters per second. So you have to be careful what you dream up, because somebody is waiting around the corner to steal your shit. Whether it be a hacker for a government, could be your own government, could be your own corporate, could be your own corporation wants to steal your ideas and fuck you over. It's just a dog-eat-dog world. It's always been that way. So well, a quick look on the internet with the circulatory system reveals that the heart, everybody knows that the heart pumps blood throughout the body. It's a circulatory system. It's a closed system, like well, it's even a biological closed system is even more closed than a electrical system. Electrical system is even freer than a biological system. A biological system has limits. So an electrical system, it's open, closed, on or off, AC, DC. Thomas Alva Edison, Tesla, the Tesla coils, alternative current versus direct current. So the heart is the central beating unit of the human being that pumps the blood throughout the body, giving circulation for the energy to move around. The blood and the oxygen pumps through the entire body to give it life, to give the organism life, called the human being. But there's sensitive points in the human being that if it's shot or severely injured, that it can stop or cessate those functions. So, or severely damage those functions. So, in the brain, the heart, and of course, where they hit Charlie Kirk, where the deranged leftist hit Charlie Kirk with his gun, hit him in the jugular vein. So from the heart, there's the two jugular veins that pump the blood up to the head. And you could kill somebody shooting them in the brain because their executive functions no longer work. If they don't have a brain, they don't have a basis for reality anymore. They're dead. It kills all their functions. So the main functionary unit in a human being is the brain. But there's other vital organs, of course, that support and are integral towards the functioning of the human being. So the heart pumps the blood. It's obviously the heart is the core. The lungs are the breathing that transports from the blood the oxygen that flows through our body to give us movement. And the circulatory system, the respiratory system, and so on. So we have the liver that cleans out what I'm doing right now, which is drinking beer or toxins or any kind of fat, any kind of shit. So any kind of bile. The liver is supposed to detox from liquor and alcohol and bad poisons and toxins and things that we're not supposed to ingest. So where Charlie Kirk was hit was in a jugular vein, right here. It's a main jugular. It's either the internal or the external jugular vein. It's hit right here. Boom. So if you were to stab or shoot somebody right here, well, you're breaking a connection point, as the Satanist leftists did with Charlie Kirk. We shot him right here. If you shoot a human being right here, it can no longer function. It popped Charlie Kirk on the left side, right in his jugular vein, and the blood started going, ah! Now at that point, he wasn't expecting to get hit. So at that point, he was shot right in his jugular vein by the sniper assassin, by the fucker up in the other building. At that point, his jugular vein was busted with this high caliber rifle, and his blood go boom. His blood went flowing out. He went ah, like in this horrific thing. It was worse than We've seen The Conjuring. We've seen the vampire movies. We've seen Bram Stoker. But if you watch this video, nothing prepares you for the graphic nature of this video, like Irina on the train getting stabbed in the neck. It's nothing prepares you. No horror movie, no Conjuring Last Rites, or any kind of Marilyn Manson video prepares you for the reality of this guy getting shot or that girl getting stabbed in the neck, hit in the jugular vein, and with the blood gushing out, going ah, and they're just like, ugh. There's no movie, there's no horror movie that can replicate that. There's no Poltergeist, there's no Exorcist, there's nothing that can prepare you from the horror of seeing those videos. And unfortunately, there were children, there were people who saw that face. They saw it not just in a video. It's not abstract. They saw it real with their own eyes. They didn't have the barrier of the internet or any kind of. They saw it with their own fucking eyes, in real life. So. So yeah, a lot of people said, I want to see the video. And I was like, no, you don't. No, you never want to see this. Even in a video form, you never want to see this. You never want to see a guy's jugular blow up through a gun barrel hit, okay, and his blood fly out like a fucking like shoot out from his neck. You never want to see him collapse and be shocked and just collapse. You never want to watch that. Who fucking wants to watch that? I don't. I only watched it because it was on Drudge Report. It said shock video graphic. I clicked on it and then I saw it and I was like, oh my God. Because when it hit his jugular vein on the left side, it was the internal or the external jugular vein. It went bam with a bullet pierced his jugular. It went and the blood went and he went It was fucking crazy. It was worse than Event Horizon. It was worse than The Shining. It was worse than any fucking Stephen King novel you could ever imagine. It was like the worst thing I've ever seen. I wish I could unsee it, but I can't. Nobody can. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's already done. There's no way you can go back now. So, yeah, I wish I wouldn't have clicked on the video, to be honest with you. I wish I had never seen that. Yeah. How did I feel about Charlie Kirk before this? I was usually supportive of conservative voices. You know, different conservative voices are different. So you have Rush Limbaugh, traditional conservatism. You have Glenn Beck, which is like constitutional conservatism. So you have Ben Shapiro, which is like he's a Jew conservative. You have Dr. Jordan Peterson, which is like a psychologist conservative. So you have Charlie Kirk, which is like a neo, I guess, like a neo-traditionalist type. I don't know how to describe him. He was on the periphery. So I saw him sometimes at the Trump rallies and on the conservative talk, Fox News and so forth. But it wasn't like, I was mostly, you know, every day I was listening to Ben Shapiro, the Jewish perspective, or it's not like I prefer Jews to everybody else or anything, Israelis or anything like that. I just, you know, was gravitating towards him because it was like, you know, I always felt like a wild guy, and I thought the more boring people I hang around, the more centered in the universe I'll be. I guess that's what I thought. So I guess I've always gravitated myself towards boring people because I've always been like, oh, I always wish I was fucking boring like them. Like, but I know I'm not. But it's just like I've always dreamed of being boring. But, you know, I know that's not possible. But, yeah, I've always wished to be a dull, unexciting person, but I know I'm not. It's always, you know, that's just... So I always gravitated towards these figures that seem real boring and real stable and just like real vanilla and stuff. So Charlie Kirk, to me, I guess maybe he was a little bit too vanilla. I didn't know what he was all about. Just saw him like on the, I said before, the periphery. And he was a younger guy and stuff. So he wasn't as prominent as Dr. Jordan Peterson or you know, Ben Shapiro or anything. I thought he was coming up and stuff, but I mean, I didn't dislike him. I was just shocked. His death was very shocking. I wasn't a regular follower of his. I just was really shocked. You know, that the guy was murdered in cold blood like that. It was with his neck and the fucking blood popping out and shit. And it was just too much. You know what I mean? And after Irina from the Ukraine was stabbed by the psycho on the light rail, it was just too much. Stabbings in the neck or shootings in the neck. It was overload. And I think America said, okay, that's enough. All right, we need to take care of this. So I wasn't the biggest fan of Charlie Kirk. For years I was listening to Donald Trump and other voices in the conservative, J.D. Vance, and Glenn Beck and Bill O'Reilly. I've been listening to Bill O'Reilly not since 1996, but when you're out of high school, you realize, man, you need a father figure. And when you're growing up, you need a father figure. But man, do you need a father figure when you enter an evil world? You really need a father figure when you turn 18. And I really needed a father figure. And my father wasn't around. And so I looked to Bill O'Reilly and conservatives like that, since the early age to kind of be my dad, even though it was a media dad, but Tucker Carlson and guys like that. So I kind of, my dad wasn't around. My dad was a deadbeat, It's just what it was. And but life gets really hard. Life can be hard when you're young, but life gets harder when you get older. And so I just needed that. I needed the fatherly figure, And so my dad wasn't around. I started watching Fox News at an early age, Bill O'Reilly and Tucker Carlson and shit. And so I started to go there. Yeah. Young men need direction, purpose. They need something to strive for, something to live for. I do. I've always been into world history. I've always been into, esoteric religions, numbers, all sorts of things. And so when I found numbers, I found my Jesus. I basically found it. I was like, numbers, mathematics, woo. Obviously, that's what I should do. And I didn't like it before. I just like art. I like art with no numbers. I don't like art without... But then I was like, oh, engineering is so awesome. You should go into that. You should go into math and calculus and algebra. Like, that's where it's at, dude. But you should also go into religion. You should explore everything. Like, why not? Like, why just, pick some subset of what you're supposed to... Like, who you're supposed to be. Like, try to go into everything. Like, try it out. So it's I guess society used to be like, oh, you have to be a musician, or you have to be an engineer, or you have to be a mathematician, or you have to be a doctor, or whatever. Why can't you just do it all? Why can't you be so knowledgeable you can do everything? Not the jack of trades, but the master of none. But why can't you be knowledgeable about many things and not just so narrowly focused? So, to me, so it was the purpose. Yeah. I had the goal, I had the purpose. I had to do it because I knew I had to. So I had to prove to myself that I could do it. I had to prove that I wasn't just a lowly, weakly man, that I was something higher than that. And so that's why I went on my journey. Because I knew if I failed, it's going to crush me spiritually, physically. But if I knew I could prove, I could break the system, break the code, I could go beyond the programming. I knew if I could do that, I'd be satisfied with my life. No matter what the mistakes or the costs were. So, I knew I could break the code, I could break the system. I knew that the human mind and spirit were more powerful than hardship and adversity. I knew I could do it. I still think we could do it. So I don't think we're just lowly human slaves to a corporate, political, technological system. I believe we are vibrant beings capable of greatness in spirit, in reality, in form and function, in spirit, in eternity. I believe we can make eternity howl. Wool people. So they say the youth lacks purpose. Yeah. It's hard to find purpose. It's hard to find focus. Without the fatherly discipline, we are lost children, obviously. From our Lord, Creator God, we're like lost puppies in the alleyway, digging for scraps. But there is a purpose. There is a focus. There is a greatness, a journey beyond. There is an incredible place to go. Even if some have lost faith, even though some have lost their twinkle, their sparkle. I never will until I'm face to face with death and Satan himself. Until I'm face to face with blood and death and fear and agony. Until I'm face to face with you. Until we are face to face, our blood, our race. It is true. I'll fight to the very end. You're right about me. My spirit is immortal, uncontainable, unimprisonable, without end. You're right about that. You're right. You're always right. Only thing I feared, I guess, was that my fire would be extinguished. That the fire of my ancient home whether it be in Ireland or England or my native soil of the ancient American Cherokee Indians, I was worried that I'd run out of spirit to fight. love your mom. You having smoke outside?
Oh, God, no.
Why?
I'll get the kitchen.
No, let's go and smoke outside. Just be quiet.
This Luke will be.
We'll be quiet.
No, that never happens.
No, we'll be quiet. I won't say it
No,
now.
she'll say something to us.
Well, I don't care what the question is.
No, I'll be there. I don't want to be
Mom, I want to go outside. I don't want to smoke in here. Dun, dun, dun. With a. Well, I said no. Well, the Irish flame does not extinguish. The American flame never runs out of fuel. The English people from our motherland never run out of resolve to fight against evil, to reclaim their people. What the New World and the Old World have in common is our resolve in the West to defend our lands, our culture, our people, our family. Warriors don't love. Warriors kill. I guess that's the worst part about being a warrior is that you kill, but you can never experience love yourself because you're a warrior. I guess that's the part that really hurts because it doesn't. Sometimes you have feelings that it hurts because it doesn't hurt. You're like, oh man, I got shot 10 times and I didn't die. But you have nothing to say about it because it doesn't matter. You're just like, fucking, I survived another day. Who gives a fuck? It's another fucking day of fucking goddamn paradise. It's another day in this fucking world going to fucking hell, going to fucking shit. Who gives a fucking shit? It's fucking bullshit anyway. It's bullshit anyway. You know what the worst part is? The worst part is that I couldn't feel love. I feel love against my kin, but I can't feel love against other people. Yeah, I do feel love with my kin, but I don't feel love with anybody else. I feel hostility towards everybody else, unfortunately. So I think normal people can feel love between different kinds of people besides their family and friends, I guess. I guess I'm a loyal dog, I suppose. So. Was I offended by Johnny Depp playing in The Lone Ranger? Well, he's part Cherokee like me, isn't he? So, is the Cherokee Nation offended if I play in a movie? Or I am part Cherokee, right? Johnny Depp is part Cherokee, isn't it? So we are part of the same brotherhood. So are Native Americans offended if I play a Native American in a movie? Or well, that depends on the Native American tribe, I suppose, that I belong to. Supposedly belong to. Was I offended by Johnny Depp playing Tonto in The Lone Ranger? I guess I didn't know that he was part Cherokee. I mean, I should have known by his high cheekbones, but I was, you know, kind of. I mean, I saw the movie. I went out and saw it, but I was like, oh, is he just joking around or what the fuck? Is that, oh, no, Tonto, no. Like, at first, I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Is this guy fucking making fun of Native Americans or what the fuck? Like, at first, I thought it was fucking offensive, dog. Like, being part of the Cherokee Nation, like, I thought that was really offensive. Like, he was like, and shit, dancing around. But then I was like, oh, okay, he's part Native American. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So at first I didn't know. At first I thought, oh, is this guy fucking jacking around or what is up? You know? So I saw the movie. It wasn't that good even though. Yeah. The Native American community was enraged that he was playing that Native American. Isn't he part Cherokee Indian though? Should they have been so enraged? He's part of the tribe, dog. Like, what the fuck? Okay. I'm not saying I'm a Cherokee Indian or I'm a Native American, but I'm part of the tribe, right? I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to do a movie about Cherokee Indian or something like that. I have no idea what Cherokee Indian is. That might be my heritage, but I have no idea what it is. I don't know what ancient man is. I don't even know what fucking being Irish is. You know, eating potatoes and drinking liquor or something? I have no idea what this shit. I mean, come on. I have no idea what it's like to even be English. What, drinking tea and fucking, what the fuck is that? I have no idea. What is it like to be American? Eat cheeseburgers and fucking drink beer? I have no, and listen to fucking CCR? I mean, I have no idea. I mean, explain to me what I'm supposed to do. I fucking know. You tell me. So, if I'm Irish, I eat some potatoes. If I'm Cherokee Indian, I, what? What the fuck do I do then? If I'm English, what do I do? Eat some tea and fucking crumpets, dog? I mean, what the fuck do I do? You tell me. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a lot easier to emulate Irish or English than it is to do Cherokee Indian. What I do? Make shit up. Yeah. Fire Dog, Skywalker. I just make up bullshit. I'm doing like Cherokee Indian. I go, yeah, I just make up bullshit, dog. What do I do if I'm part Cherokee Indian or Native American? I go, hey, come on, dude. What do I do? There's no tape. There's no instructional video how to be a good Cherokee Indian. What is it? Well, that is difficult, I suppose. We're going to end it there at today, class. Ooh, God bless the best of success. Protect your jugular articular veins. Ooh. Yeah. Hi.